But I just don't think Diddy's gonna serve no life sentence in jail. I think he's gonna get off. I really, really do. We've met a man. We saw something in him. We fell in love. We gave him our body, and somehow a baby popped out. DDG, even without knowing him, without knowing anything about him, I knew that he was not good news. I knew that he was not good news. I knew that he was not good news. We can chastise and say, girl, run, girl, run, girl, run. But did we run? For you to get your ass up there on a platform and denounce black women, we don't want you. They can have you. They don't want you either. They're just using you, period, point blank. Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Meloney P podcast. I'm your girl, Meloney P, and we are here for a Melly Minute. A Melly Minute. A Melly Minute. A Melly Minute, y'all. We're going to have a show every Wednesday night and every Sunday night, okay? And it's gonna be given like Melly Minute. You know, we're trying to find a little vibe of what's going on. I'm feeling great. It's something about getting in to hump day that just gives you a little bit of something extra that you really need. I feel like when you get to hump day, you've made it. You're halfway there. You fought half the battle. You only got a little bit more to go. And I am here for it. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the What Was Said podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to the What Was Said podcast. Y'all, we go live every single Thursday night. And make sure you subscribe. It's free. We be having so much fun every Thursday night. It's like we've gone live every Thursday night, and now we have a community of like regulars that we have like made friends with. Child, people be sending money. We got a little collection plate. It's a vibe. It's a vibe every Thursday night at the What Was Said podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. But we're here at the That Scary podcast for our Wednesday night Melly Minutes to have a little conversation. No mental health at night because obviously I'm feeling good, but I just want to give my quick thoughts on a few things that are happening today and this week. Now, if you know me, I am for the black man. The black man can, for sure. The black man can. But there are some black men in the spotlight this week that I'm just not really feeling. And I want to talk about it. I want to get your opinion on it. I want to have a conversation about it. So we're going to start with this though, because these are a set of black men who we live for, who is the vibe, who is the structure, who led the way. Today, October 15th, which will be yesterday when you see this, is the first day that the Black Panthers was founded. Okay. On this day, October 15th, 1966, the Black Panther Party was founded. So a shout out to Huey P. Newton and what's the dude's name? Oh my God. I got to give him his props. What is his name? Judas and the Black Messiah was one of the best movies that I've ever seen. It had the guy from Get Out starring as Fred Hampton. That was a really, really, really great movie. I think that's a movie that you should really watch with your family, watch with your kids. It was so good. It was so informative. I think after I watched that movie, I ended up like going on to YouTube. I ended up going on YouTube and just doing so much research on Fred Hampton because I was just so enamored by the Black Panthers, their resilience, their determination, their this is what we're missing in 2024, to be honest with you. We're missing that sense of community in the Black community. Now, here's the thing. Me and my friend actually had a conversation about this a day ago. And I was saying that, the Black community is really, really missing a sense of community in 2024. And she said that she argued to beg to differ. And she said that she feels like Black people do have a sense of community. And the media just wants to push out the narrative that we don't. But here's the thing, and this is where she and I kind of disagreed. When I think of Black community, I don't think of that being the minority of the situation. I think of that, my goal for Black community is for that to be the majority, right? So like when I say that, I mean that I put a video up several months ago about how I've had a lot of, not the best experiences when I had to work under a Black female manager. And when I put that post up, I got some backlash from that because, well, only from like 2 people, but I got the majority of people saying, you're right, I've had that same experience. I've had a Black female manager and she was trying to compete with me and trying to like hold me back. One of the worst stories that I have heard about Black female managers, and let me just preface this and give a disclaimer. Black women are magic. Black women, we're magic. Like we're literally magic. We can make $100 out of a penny. We're magic. But for some reason, the sense of community that I feel like we had a very long time ago, we do not have it anymore. I remember it's this girl or a woman that I worked with, and she had so many degrees and so much experience. And there was another Black woman. She was actually from London, and she was blocking this Black lady from moving up in the company. This was years ago. And I remember thinking at my young age, like, damn, like, why would another Black woman who has, climbed the ladder, why would she climb that ladder and then push it down so somebody behind her can't climb up? And that's what I'm talking about. That is not something that is the popular, the happy, beautiful story. But that's the story that I hear more often than not, to be honest with you. So I say all that to say that, I just want, we're talking about the anniversary of the Black Panthers and how they were founded on October 15th, 1966. And I just want Black people to kind of have a sense of community. Even with the current presidential race and having our first potentially Black female president, the possibility and the likelihood of her being elected should be something that Black people are rallying for. And if we're not rallying for that, I would just beg to hope y'all would just shut up, go somewhere and hide. If you're not voting for Kamala, then I feel like, great, do you, but you don't have to be out here talking negative against this Black woman, So at the end of the day, I pay homage to the Black Panther Party. I pay homage to Huey Newton. I pay homage to Fred Hampton. I vote on this election for the assassination of Huey Newton. I vote this election for the horrible murder of Fred Hampton as he laid in his home with his pregnant wife. I vote for Martin Luther King, for Medgar Evers, for Emmett Till. That is why I vote today, or this election. Black History Unlocked. Now, we go from one extreme to the next, right? So we go from the Black Panther Party to Diddy. I'm gonna abuse that button, y'all. Now, again, I got some more backlash on the What Was Said podcast. I was saying before I found out that there was a potential for Diddy to have, potentially raped children. Now, when it comes to children, I don't play. Don't mess with no kids. Don't mess with no kids. If you are a consenting adult, that's one thing. One thing I've learned in my older age is that there are a lot of perverts and freaks out here, and men and women, but a lot of men who are into some interesting kinky stuff, and a lot of men, especially Black men, who are very much into and interested in the homosexual experience. And while I find nothing wrong with that, I welcome that, they are holding that back because of fear of backlash. And I'm talking about P. Diddy. Now, everything is really alleged. We did see him assault and beat Cassie. That's not alleged. That is something that we have seen on HD. But I feel like since P. Diddy has been, locked up, since P. Diddy has been in jail, I feel like it has been a open fest for everybody to come out of the woodworks and say, oh, he raped me. he raped me. He bent me over. He got my booty hole. Like, you know, people are coming out of the woodworks. And I have to say that, you know, we always talk about a court of law. You're innocent until proven guilty. And I want to stick with that. I think that, you know, there's been a lot of allegations about him and minors. And again, that is a period hard stop for me. But again, we don't know if these are people and children and parents who are just trying to get a payday. We truly don't know that. So until I have the evidence and the facts, I'm not believing any of that. But one child that just can't grow up is Bow Wow. You know, Bow Wow, I feel a little empathy for him. I feel a little empathy for Bow Wow because he is like, isn't there like a cartoon character, Peter Pan? He is the Peter Pan of the rap game. He can never look older. He can never grow up. Even I see Bow Wow, I think me and him are like the same age maybe. And when I see Bow Wow, I can't not say Little Bow Wow. He is Little Bow Wow. I feel like at 50, he gonna be Little Bow Wow because he looks like Little Bow Wow. He gives energy of a Little Bow Wow and whatever. Now, on Hollywood Unlocked, they were saying that Bow Wow is catching some serious heat after claiming that the celebrity party scene has died after all of the sexual assault and drugging allegations against entertainment mogul Sean Diddy Love Combs. Currently, the disgraced mogul is being held behind bars in Brooklyn on federal charges of sex trafficking, prostitution, and racketeering. He's been denied bond 3 times. And trial is set to begin on May 5th. Now, you know what? I have a question for myself before I even go forward. Because at the end of the day, I want things to be fair across the board. So I'm just going to pull up Harvey Weinstein. Did Harvey Weinstein get bail? He had bail. Harvey Weinstein bail was increased from $1 million to $5 million on Wednesday over allegations of violated bail conditions. So Harvey Weinstein got bail and he avoided jail. So to me, you're innocent until proven guilty. Keep that same energy for our Black entertainers. You know, keep that same energy. I don't know why they didn't give him bail. I feel like they should have given him bail. They should have kept it even across the board. We don't know all the details, but I'm going to play a clip of something that even further validates my opinions on Diddy. Now, back to little boy Bow Wow. While appearing on the former 106 & Park host Roxy Diaz's podcast, More to the Story, Bow Wow talked about his career and, of course, what's been going on in the entertainment and music industries lately, like the takedown of Diddy and all of his sexual assault allegations. Diaz asked Bow Wow, do you get nervous when you see all of these takedowns that are happening right now in the industry? Bow quipped, what the hell does quip mean? No. Me? Question mark? No. I don't get nervous. Diaz proceeded to ask, how do you feel about it? Bow, little baby Bow Wow, replied, I think it's very, very messed up situation. It's crazy. For me, I haven't seen anything to hit the news as far as our industry that made me feel some type of way. Now, he had to see the Cassie video. So that Cassie video really should have made you feel some type of way. So now nothing you say going forward is going to have any validity. But Bow continued, for 3 days straight, I can't I would have never thought if it is the end, this would be the story of how it would end, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he is saying that it's sad and effed up to witness and the celebrity scene hasn't been the same since Diddy has been locked up. You know, I don't know. Bow Wow is a tell. He's a tall tale. Well, maybe not a tall tale, but Bow Wow is a short tale because, you know, he is a story of be careful what you name yourself. Because sometimes that will come back to haunt you. Little Bow Wow will forever be Little Bow Wow, child. I just don't see him as an adult. I love everybody and I love all black men. But at the end of the day, Little Bow Wow will forever be Peter Pan to me. And for you to say, oh, it's messed up, the party scene ain't the same, that should be the least of your worries about the party scene. Like, that just validates again what I'm saying. Like, you're Little Bow Wow. You're not grown boy Bow Wow. You're not Snoop Dogg, grown adult Bow Wow. You are baby Bow Wow. And for you to say that, oh my God, the party scene is not the best anymore. Like, who says that? Like, you don't see Jay-Z out there saying that. You don't see any of the adult male men talking about the party scene because they understand, they read the room, they get it. So Little Bow Wow, I want you to get it as well. Now, when it comes to Diddy, people keep saying, I keep saying that, I have an inkling that little Diddy, P. Diddy is not going to have the jail time and have the result that we are thinking. I feel like people are thinking that P. Diddy is going to go to jail for the rest of his life and spend the rest of his days such like R. Kelly after this trial that I think is scheduled for either March or May of 2025. And I don't think so. I don't think that what we are thinking or some of us are thinking about P. Diddy is going to happen. And I want you to mark my words. It is October 15th at 8:56 p.m. And come back to this channel when it happens. But I just don't think that Diddy's going to serve no life sentence in jail. I don't. I think he's going to get off. I really, really do. There was a post on the Neighborhood Talk that Diddy's legal team is firing back after 6 new lawsuits claim the prosecuting lawyer is just looking for publicity and the truth will come out during the trial. Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, man or woman. We haven't heard any names, right? Or any more context to this whole 16-year-old, 9-year-old situation with these children. I personally think that it could likely be a cash grab. I'm not going to persecute anyone without knowing the facts, without seeing the evidence. I'm not going to do that. And I'm especially not going to do that to a black man. I'm not going to do it until I know for sure the facts. Now, I will say that I was extremely disgusted with the Cassie tape, and I'm extremely disgusted with the thought of him abusing children. But at the end of the day, one thing that I say that a lot of people don't talk about is that I'm certain that P. Diddy has done things, right? But I do feel like a lot of times these celebrities can be victims themselves. And by that, I mean, a lot of these victims kept going back. They kept going back because Diddy had something that they wanted. They thought that they were going to get a record deal. They thought that they was going to have money access. Even Young Miami, she's a victim as well. Even if she don't know it, she is a victim. And I feel like a lot of times people, whether it's Diddy, whether it's your boss, whether it's your VP, your COO, your CFO, your CEO, you know that you've been in a situation where you may have been around someone of leadership. And you, if you're trying to get up, if that's your thing, you have maybe, put yourself in position to rub, shoulders with certain people of certain status because you want to move up. Not saying that any of this is right, but at the end of the day, I feel like they can be targeted as well. Don't make it right. Don't make it right. But where were these people at 2 years ago, a year ago, a month ago, 3 months ago, 3 years ago? Like, where were they at? Now I do feel like Cassie kind of opened the doors. I do feel like Cassie kind of opened the door to, to make people feel like, oh, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And here's the thing. Cassie got a really big payday off of her allegations that have now been proven as true, allegations. She got a really good payday. And I feel like people are thinking, well, snap, he might have did something to me, so let me try to get a payday too. So at the end of the day, period, point blank, innocent until proven guilty. So it was this guy, since we're on the topic of losers, it was this post, LA rapper Alshon Martin. Now, I ain't never heard of nobody named Alshon Martin. I heard of Al Sharpton, but I've never heard of a rapper called Alshon Martin. LA rapper Alshon Martin breaks down why he prefers to date white women and encourages other black men to give them a try. Now, I'm going to stop because I got a video and the title of it is, black women find you a good white king. I'm not trying to be hypocritical, but I feel like black women are going more so to white men, and we are championing black women to go to white men and use that as an option because of idiots like this. I'm gonna play this clip.
I like white women.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what like I date white girls. Like them girls I kind of like aim for. You know
Interesting.
So does my man right there, JL. He ain't looking at you, but you could tell he got the one that came up here. My boy JL. He likes white girls.
This is something I haven't really realized until like the last few months, but like. Yeah. It says so much about a black dude if he's the type of dude who will only date black women, or if he's the type of dude who only dates white women. You can be more of a normal guy if you're in the middle, but like usually if you're one or the other, creates a very interesting portrait.
Listen, I'm trying to get more of my brothers on white women. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother G Flirt. Shout out to my brother G Flirt. He needs to get with the white girls. He's a tall dude like me, handsome, carry yourself well. I say, bro, you know you a lover boy. I know you be trying to wife these girls. Bro, try a white girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, just give a white girl a chance. He date all these black girls. It's like, not saying black women ain't what the wave is, but it's like, bro, try a white girl. I'm gonna be real with you. I like white women.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what like I date white girls. Like them girls I kind of like aim for. You know
Interesting.
So does my man right there, JL. He ain't. That might be something you might.
Okay, but check this. This is why you got to be careful. Lena, my girl, used to be friends with this white girl, right? Hot ass OnlyFans girl or whatever. Starts dating some black dude. They go on vacation together. She gets drunk as fuck. They get in a huge argument. Bitch grabs a knife, kills him.
What?
Swear to God.
Yeah,
it was huge in the news.
Yeah,
imagine having to say "rest in peace" so and so, knowing that a little blonde girl killed him. That's gotta hurt.
But
you gotta go kill a random blonde girl. You gotta go with the Grove.
No, black women are killing black men differently.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Whether
they kill their spirit.
Like it's you know what I'm saying?
Don't Andrew Schultz me. I do not believe that. I was just kidding.
Yeah, we getting killed in different ways. We might get killed with a knife and shit like that, but we getting killed off in child support. We getting killed off in like, bro, like, yeah, come on, man. Like, bro, we getting killed off in major ways. That might be something. I like. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I like white women. Like, I date white girls. Like, I'm in Denver and I'm right where the white girls are at. So I like white women. That's
probably not easy to find a black woman in Denver.
They're out there. They're out there, but I'm 6'9". I'm like, I carry myself like white girls. I don't have a problem with getting white girls. Like, it's like
they throw them over your shoulder, march out of the bar.
I fuck with them like straight up. I got a white girl tatted on me right here. Her name is Marta.
Marta?
Yeah. What's her family owns what? Diesel Jeans. Shout out to Marta. Her family owns Diesel Jeans. Her dad, you know what I'm saying? Marta know what's up. She touched. This is a white girl tatted on my hands. I love white girls, bro. I'm not just saying I like white girls, bro. I got a white woman tatted on my hands right here. Yeah, bro. I like white girls.
I ain't never heard of Alshon Martin. They never heard of him. Don't want to hear about him. White women, y'all can have him. I don't want him. Period, point blank. But at the end of the day, for you to say that black women are getting black men with child support, I will never understand that. I'm going to tell you why. It take two people to have a kid. So do you anticipate and do you expect a black woman to not ask for child support for a child that you helped rear? Like, it's not a black woman thing to get child support. It's a woman thing, right? And here's the thing, you ignoramus Alshon Martin. The same white women that you going out, I'm assuming you're some kind of LA rapper with a little bit of money. They wouldn't fuck with you if you ain't have no money. I mean, listen, everybody cute to somebody, everybody ugly to somebody. I'm certain that's true. I ain't never heard of you, boo. I ain't never heard of you, Alshon Martin. Like, here's the thing. Why would you even have to bring up black women? You can simply say that I prefer white women, but to put down black women in the same breath is stupid. It's stupid. And here's the thing, and I always say this, Alshon Martin gives me this energy. He's the kind of guy that was a loser, likely, or, weirdo, or, was shunned, I suppose, not by me, because I love everybody, but he was probably shunned by some people in high school. He was shunned by the black girls, shunned by the white girls, whatever the case might be. You can tell that he's maybe not the most aesthetically pleasing to a lot of people, not to me. But he looked like he might be a hatfish. You don't have to bring up black women in your admiration for white women. You don't have to talk about them in that way. I get it. It's a podcast. We all joke and stuff like that. But I feel like this is what we're talking about when we talk about, black men protecting black women. Your mama, black woman. Your sister, black woman. Your auntie, black woman. Your grandma, black woman. Your great-great-great-grandma, black woman. So at the end of the day, you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for a black woman. So to get on a white man's podcast and talk about how, black women out here, they're getting you, they're trying to get you because, they want child support and black women this, black women that. You don't have to put another demographic or group down in your process of lifting up another group. But I feel like here's the thing. When you look in the mirror, you are a black man. You ain't a racially ambiguous man. You're a black man. You're a larger black man. So I feel like there has to be some kind of self-hate. There has to be some kind of self-hate that you have to sit on a national platform and say that you only deal with white women, and then to put down black women who birthed you in the same breath. Honestly, I'm disgusted. Let me look up Alshon Martin, because I ain't never heard of nobody named no Alshon Martin. If you go to Alshon Martin, and if you go to images, you gonna see why he fucking with white women. You gonna see why. If you're a woman with any kind of intuition, with any kind of whatever, you're going to see why. For you to get your ass up there on a platform and denounce black women, we don't want you. They can have you. They don't want you either. They're just using you, period, point blank. In closing, on this Melly Minute, DDG, child. This is kind of a black man. This is not y'all night for me on my show, guys. DDG, y'all. DDG. I never knew who DDG was until he attached himself to the Little Mermaid Halle. To sum it up, because here's the thing. I stand for black women. I stand for black women. And I truly stand for black people in general, right? I stand for everybody, but obviously I'm black, period. Halle Bailey is another telltale. It hurts me so much because I feel like we've all been there. We've all been there where we've met a man, we saw something in him, we fell in love, we gave him our bodies, and somehow a baby popped out. Now, I guess everybody ain't been there, but a lot of people have been there. This isn't like a new story. It really isn't. And to Halle's defense, Halle is very young. Halle's in her 20s. And I remember when I was in my 20s, child, I got married, had a baby, and divorced all in about 6-year time span. So I get it. And I don't know I just don't know. When it comes to DDG and Halle Bailey, I don't know what to say. Like, I really don't know what to say, because I feel like we can chastise and say, girl, run, girl, run, girl, run. But did we run? I have a lot of mixed emotions about it. I feel like women have to understand that it's this narrative that women be trying to trap men. Women want to trap men. But we have to identify the fact that it is a lot of men out there who want to trap women. I need women to understand this, because I feel like, this is a man thing. This is a commonly man thing discussed. There are a lot of men. They are energy vampires. And I feel like DDG is one of them. I don't really know a lot about him. He isn't in my little circle or my, frequency of somebody who I would even know who that was. But at the end of the day, DDG, even without knowing him, without knowing anything about him, I knew that he was not good news. I knew that he was not good news. I knew that he was not good news. And it makes me feel sad because I remember when I was Holly's age. Now, nobody warned me, and I'm still mad at y'all about that. But she fell in love. And I feel like Halle probably had a very sheltered life. And, you know, men like this, they will love bomb you. They will, I mean, it's truly voodoo. It is truly some type of sick voodoo that men like this, they see and I'm going to use innocent loosely, but men like this see a woman who's doing her thing, who's out here successful, ain't bothering nobody, innocent and pure by my definition, and they see that woman and they make it their mission to love bomb that woman, say all the right things, and it's up to women to equip themselves to have their radar and spidey senses on and go to their community of women and aunties and friends and be like, you know, trusted women, not haters, but trusted women, and be like, you know what, I'm feeling this dude. He's this, that, and the third. What are your thoughts? I am an advocate for having one or two people in your life that you trust, that you can go to, that is going to give you unbiased, pure, healthy advice that you feel comfortable with. And I feel like Halle was a victim. Halle was a victim of this loser. And I'm going to say loser. I don't care. Because for you to have a kid that's not even 1 year old and you out here using him for videos, that baby has been on so many videos and memes. DDG lacked the maturity to procreate. And at the end of the day, it's not his fault because it takes two people. But I want women to be out here and be on the have your neck on a swivel. Have your neck on a swivel. Like, there are certain men, and these are energy vampire men, who target women who have this light. I feel like me and my brother discussed this on a previous podcast, but a lot of times, you know, people who have this bright light, they be attracted to moths. You ever seen like a light at a stadium and it's like a bunch of moths and like insects attracted to that light? It's the same thing. Like, I feel like Halle is a beautiful light, full of success, full of potential, and she's going to live her potential, but she attracted that moth, that insect, DDG. And I feel like DDG had so many red flags. He was texting Ruby Rose, all types of BS bullshit. He was not ready. And I feel like he intentionally trapped her. There was an interview where he was saying that, you know, all he needs is a baby. All he needs is a baby. You don't need a wife. You don't need a home, a house, stability. You need a baby. That is stupid and disgusting. I don't know a lot about Halle's family structure, but from what I thought they were a very tight-knit family, whatever. I just hate it. I hate it. I'm tired. I don't want black women to have to learn that lesson of get knocked up by a nigga that you trusted, and then he isn't ready. He isn't ready. Babies are beautiful. We get it, period, point blank. But the reality is that, you know, he'll move on, right, to his next victim. And it's like, women are very delicate and soft, feminine creatures. And it's like, you have to be the one to deal with the residue of a DDG. Who the fuck is that nigga? Like, who? What do you rap? What do you sing? We don't know you. We didn't know about you until you attached yourself like a leech to Halle. And it disgusts me. But at the end of the day, y'all, listen, we're going to have your Melly Minutes, your Melly Minute, your Melly Minute. Your Melly Minute, your Melly Minute on every Wednesday, every Sunday. We're going to have a Melly Minute. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I want to build a community of women. Let me stop my little Instagram, child. I need to delete it, child. What I want to do is build a community of women who we can talk, we can kiki, we can discuss what's working for us, what's not working for us. It's a safe place. We can agree to disagree. We are a family. We are a community. There are a lot of women out there who need a safe place to talk to. There have been so many times in my life where there were very dark times where I felt alone and I felt like I did not have a safe space. And I really want this to be a safe space for women, especially Black women. But we welcome all y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, send me your email, send me your DM of your thoughts, your opinions. Drop some comments down in the comment box. And I will see you on the next episode.
You are now tuning to That's Scary with your host, Meloney P.